Well, Morten, welcome to the United States for the first time. This is like the first Sirenia tour that you have done with the guys since the beginning of the band, pretty much. Uh, how has been the experience so far?
It's been very good. Actually, it's been a bit better than expected. We've been going good so far. Great crowds, and it's a very nice package. We're with cool bands, and everything's been running really smooth so far. So it's definitely been a very positive experience, and it's something that we hope that we can repeat in the future as well.
Have you guys have any time to go out and explore during the days off or during long days of loading and stuff like that?
After the tour started, unfortunately, we didn't have much time to check out stuff. Right before the tour, we had 3 days in New York where we did some rehearsals with our session drummer for this tour. And, so we had the chance to look around a little bit in New York City, in the Manhattan area where we were staying. But I think that's pretty much it actually so far. The drives are pretty long, so we arrive pretty late in the venue and we got to take care of the load-in and rig up everything, do sound checks, and there's VIP, meet and greets, and interviews and stuff. So yeah, then we got to start prepare for the show, and so the time goes by very fast. And I wish we had more time to look around, but unfortunately, it's not that easy.
Right,
But
definitely.
we're still having a lot of fun, though, so we're definitely not complaining.
What would you say is the main difference between, the American crowds and the European crowds? And I will should add the Latin American crowds since you guys went just there like a few months ago.
Yeah, the Latin American crowd is something special. They're totally crazy in a very positive way. They they really show the artist. They give everything. They're totally wild and crazy, and every band loves playing there. So they're very special. And I think European and American crowds, they are kind of similar in a way. Not as crazy as the Latin Americans, but still, we had some really great shows here, and the fans were really getting into it. And it's for us as artists, being on stage and seeing how the crowd enjoys the show, that means everything to us. And that's why we're here. It's to give a great experience to our fans. And to give them a great show. And when we can see how the audience enjoys it, and it means a lot to us, and it makes us happy. So, but yeah, it's how it is. I think that generally, to sum up it, that the North American and European crowd is kind of similar, I'd say.
Now, previous to this tour, Sirenia did a pledge campaign. How did that go for you guys? And I think it's still going on, right?
I think the pledge campaign stopped right before the tour started.
Okay.
And we ended up on, I think, 105% of the goal. So that was amazing, to see how supportive our fans are. This tour would not be possible to realize without the support from our fans. So it's something that we appreciate very much. I'm really happy to be here, to finally make this tour happen.
Now, talking about the new album, Dim Days of Dolor, how has been the fan reception towards the album so far?
I mean, the reviews that we got so far has been really good. I think in general much better than the previous album, and also the fans seem to really like it. When you do some changes in the lineup, there will always be different opinions about that. Some people will like it, and some people won't. But I think, especially now at this point, when the album has been out for quite a year, like half a year or so, the fans, they got more time to really listen to the new album and get used to changes that we did and so on. And in my personal opinions, all the changes that we did with this album was to the positive. I mean, Emanuel is a fantastic singer, and we also did changes with the mixing and mastering, so I think the sound and production on the album is probably the best that Sirenia ever had. So I think we made a lot of really strong changes, that worked to the positive. We invested really a lot of this album, and we wanted it to sound as good as possible. And yeah, I feel that we really achieved what we set out to achieve with this album.
Emmanuel has been working with Sirenia almost since the beginning, going back probably 13 years. And how has been the transition from being part of the chorus or the backing vocals to be the new frontwoman for Sirenia?
For the rest of us in the band, it didn't really feel like we got a new band member, because we have been working with Emanuel since 2002.
Okay.
So that's been quite some years now, and yeah, we've been working with her for so many albums in the studio, and we know all her qualities, and we know what she's good for. And but yeah, for her, I think also it was a big change. She was, or still is, working for the opera, which is like a totally different thing. But being the front lady in a metal band is another one. And in the beginning, I think it would be kind of natural to feel a little bit uncomfortable in the start. It takes a little bit of time to kind of find your way and find your position, and feel comfortable and stuff. And but I think it was just a few shows, and then she found her place, and she still continues to improve a lot. So she still impresses me a lot with her performance. And we in the band, we are very thankful, and happy to have her on the team.
Well, I mean, like you were mentioned, changes in bands sometimes are taken by the fans in different sort of ways. We see cases of Nightwish, cases of Lipsize recently, and now Sirenia. How has been the fan base of Sirenia's response towards Emmanuel?
Yeah, it's been a lot of positive things, but of course also naturally disappointment among the fans. We had our previous singer with us for 8 years or 9 years or so, and the fans automatically they get used to that voice, and when all of a sudden it's gone and it's replaced by something else, then it can take a little bit of time to adapt to that, and for some people they kind of accept it right away, and for some people they'll never accept it, and some people they will accept it with time. We'll probably lose some fans, we'll gain some fans, and but yeah, that's just the way it goes, and it's totally understandable.
Well, that's good to hear that she's doing great, and getting used to be the frontwoman of Sirenia. Now, a few years ago, you released an album called Mr. Morten under the name Mortinia. Fascinating stuff. Where are you with Mortinia now?
I'm still writing some songs for that project. It's not my top priority, Sirenia is always my top priority, so naturally a lot of my time goes to Sirenia. But every now and then, when I have some time, I work with some Mortinia things, and maybe there will be some album in the future, I'm not sure. And I'm also working on a different project, so maybe we'll see something will happen with that also in the future.
Is that a solo project as well, or project with someone else?
It's actually a project with a singer called Joachim Ness. He's been singing on our 3 latest Sirenia albums, and yeah, he's a fantastic singer, and we have a project where he's the lead singer of the project. It's more rock oriented than metal, I'd say, and but yeah, I think it can be a very cool, interesting project. So I would really love to see that we have that realized sometime soon. You know, we already have 13 songs ready and so on. So
That's interesting. And is this planning probably for 2018 or later this year?
probably next year, I'd say, because yeah, it takes time. First, we need to find a label, and we need to record the album. That should be promoted and released, so it always takes a bit of time. But hopefully, we'll be able to do something with that for next year.
Well, we were mentioned earlier about Sirenia playing in Latin America a few months ago, and I've been there and I've seen the crowds, I've been part of the crowds. How is the experience for you guys going to, pretty much raw metal fans that, love this kind of music?
Can you repeat that question?
I mean, how was the experience of going there to this kind of fans that, they're not different, they're a little bit different from the American crowds, but they love a lot of gothic metal and a lot of symphonic stuff. How was the experience in South America?
Yeah, it was definitely a very positive experience. It has been that every time we're there, the crowds are always fantastic, and we always really enjoy ourselves there. We like the whole atmosphere, the climate, and everything is really laid back. There's a lot of great food and drinks, and the shows are always amazing, and the country there are really beautiful. I think the whole South America, especially along the coast, on both sides, it's extremely beautiful. So it's naturally it's a part of the world that we really enjoy touring. We can't wait to get back there.
Now, closing up, Morten, what is next for Sirenia after this tour? And are there any European festivals over the summer, or what else you guys gonna be doing summer and fall?
Yeah, right after this tour we go back and we go straight to Czech Republic, play a festival, Metal Fest, and we also will use parts of the summer, or at least need to compose music, write new material, and in August we will do a tour in Asia, and in October we'll do a new European tour, and we have some other festivals and concerts and a small Spanish tour amongst other, and yeah, a lot of plans for this year actually. So it's a very busy year for Slovenia.
Well, I'm glad that that's happening, and I'm glad that you're here and that Sirenia is going to be playing tonight. We've been waiting to see the band for many years. So welcome to Arizona, welcome to the United States. We're definitely looking forward to see you guys and see the new songs and the old songs and the songs we have never seen before. So we're quite excited to have you guys here. Thank you so much, Morten.
Yeah, our pleasure. We're so happy to be here and really looking forward to the concert. I'm sure it's going to be